Hi, guys. Good afternoon. Thanks for stopping by the site this afternoon. Man, I'll tell you, failure is a battle for so many people. Uh, Fear of failure. I mean, a lot of people have this unending fear of failure that, you know, they can't step out. They don't know where to start. They don't know where to they don't know how to start. COVID-19 has rocked our freaking boat this year. I mean, it's rocked us to it. I call 2020 the year of clarity, the year to get clear on what it is that you want. Most people know what they don't want and they keep getting it. But very few of us sit down and take the time to figure out what it is that we want. What do you really, truly, truly, really want in your life? Well, I can tell you, I have struggled with my share of failure. Being afraid, courage is not the absence of fear, it's doing it anyway. It's doing it anyway. I mean, after we have been through all of the stuff this year, guys, all of the stuff, COVID-19, has it rocked your boat? It rocked mine. It rocked mine financially, spiritually, relationally, emotionally, every Lee you could probably think of. My year was rocked, but it was also when your boat begins to rock, it's time to recalibrate. It's time to recalibrate. And I just want to ignite something in you. Thanks for stopping by this site. If you fill out this form, you're going to get a video that really just turned my life around. My whole life was shifted virtually overnight. I mean, you can go from where you are to where you need to be instantaneously, guys. Instantaneously, from where you are to where you need to be instantaneously, just like that. I mean, if you will just focus on where you want to be, I believe that we all have a mechanism on the inside of us, like a homing pigeon. Did you know if you take a homing pigeon and you take it and put it under a blanket, put it in a box, put the box in another box, and then put a blanket on that box, then put it in a car and drive it all the way across the country from where its home was. And then if you let that pigeon out, take it out of the box, take that box out of the other box, take the blanket off the cage, take the pigeon out of the cage and let it loose, that pigeon will find its way back 100% of the time by instinct alone. Doesn't even Now, I believe we all have that internal homing pigeon that you can get anything that you want in life if you'll do it in a certain way. So what I found in this next video on my site that you can get if you fill out the form to my left or fill out the form below, you can absolutely ignite yourself. Let me tell you where I have been a little bit. Now let me tell you a little bit about John. Who's the Jonathan that everybody keeps talking about? Because everybody wants to know how I turned my whole life around from going to having no energy. I'm telling you, no energy whatsoever. If I would have died, it would have been a formality. I was dead already. I mean, there was no going. I mean, COVID-19 was just like the funeral service. I mean, it was like, oh, now you got to come home. My relationship was struggling. My finances were struggling. My just everything was a struggle. And then COVID-19 didn't help. And I was living out of somebody else's suitcase. Now, are you living out of somebody else's suitcase? I was born to a family of 10. Single mom raised us. Dad left when I was 3. abused and neglected from the time I was 5 to the time I was 14. Struggled through high school, struggled through, didn't even make it through high school, didn't graduate high school, went from job to job to job to job to job to job to job. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? what, what is going on? Well, in 2005, a man put this book into my hands. Well, he didn't put it in my hands. He introduced me to the book. It's called Think and Grow Rich. It absolutely, 100% without a doubt, began to turn my life around on a dime. And I was doing the things in the book, and I was doing everything in the book, and my mindset shifted, and my mentality shifted, and things began to happen, and I began to do things. But then I stopped. I pulled off the side of the road and I parked. And I have come to the realization that you can be um, that you can be addicted to personal development, but you don't develop personally. And my life began to change on a dime. I'm telling you the truth. My life changed on a dime. And then when I parked, it also changed on a dime. It went from great to poor. There was no in between. I lost everything, guys. I lost everything. And then my brother Paul, when he was 46, and this wasn't too long ago, this was about 6 years ago, he said, John, he passed away. And when he was in his coffin with his baseball cap on, I remember his voice in my ear, and he said, Johnny, don't wait till you're dead to decide to live. And I would say that to you. Don't wait till you're dead to decide to live. Make a decision. That's when my life began to turn around. The next video is going to tell you exactly how I did it. The next video, I have learned that you don't ever have to fail again. Yeah, you can find this at you can find this at jonathanribble.com/get movie. Yeah, it's that simple. Jonathan Ribble, JONATHANRIBBLE.com/get movie. GETMOVIE. And it'll change your life. It'll change your life. It did mine. Now, it's kind of an emotional video. It's a video that I did spontaneously. Most of my videos are spontaneous. I don't have green screens behind me. Those boxes that you see behind me are just more books. Those books back there are real. I have books on my desk. I mean, I and Brian Tracy have a lot in common because I saw his office. His office is just about as explosive as mine. But as long as we're moving forward, it doesn't really matter, does it? But I've got Norman Vincent Peale's here, The Power of Positive Thinking, Think and Grow Rich here, How to Sell in Tough Times by Tom Hopkins. I've got the Bible right here in front of me. I'm just a normal guy that has went from massive failure to massive success. And I'll teach you how. Just drop an email in and you can get the secret. Take care, guys. God bless.